Da, da, da. Da, da, da. Mhm, mhm, mhm. Mhm. Yeah, hi! Hey, username. You're the first one. Oh, hi, Zephora. Welcome, welcome. Anti. Yeah. Yeah, thanks for sub today. Okay, let me see. I did. I said it. Username 101x. Username 101x. Okay, let me see. Yeah. I forgot actually. Speaking of that, yeah, Pomni won the poll. I forgot to take a picture of the poll. Let me do that real quick. Where is it? I know I forgot something. There it is. Yank. Okay, 1 second. Boink. There you go. Okay. You know what? I'm trying to see if people are starting to come in already. Let's see. Yeah, you know what? I'll just get started. So, yeah. Welcome everyone. Welcome to the stream. So today, we'll be drawing some anime faces. So, we'll be focusing on turning Pomni to an anime character. So, we could do different styles, you know, so that we could explore different facial features, you know, different ways of drawing an anime face. From like Chibi, excuse me, to just regular anime, and just any style in between that we remember. So this will be a really interactive stream. Ooh, JoJo Pomni? I mean, we could. I don't see why not. But yeah. So, let's see. I'm trying to remember if I forgot anything. Also, I'm a little bit sick, so sorry if I randomly cough every now and again. I don't know. But, yeah, let me show the poll, actually. This is the poll. Wow, for the people who don't know, before streams, I usually post a poll, and Pomni won. There you go. Here are, like, the other possible options. So, yeah. There you go. I wanted there to be, like, an equal split between boys and girls. So, yeah. There you go. And also, I have a few art submissions from our Discord that I wanna showcase in a little bit. But yeah, before everything else, you know, I wanna let everybody know that at Wink Canvas, our mission is to make art education easily accessible. So, where is it? There you go. Join us for free live stream lessons on YouTube every week. And level up your skills with our community of art nerds, because we're more than just a YouTube channel. We're an online school of illustration and visual storytelling dedicated to helping artists turn their passion to income. And a huge shout out to our amazing students and members for supporting our mission. We love seeing your incredible artwork and watching you grow in our classes and weekly critiques. And if you want to dive deeper, you can join our Discord to access stream notes, demos, exclusive artworks, art challenges, and more free resources to help you improve. So come connect with fellow art nerds and get inspired. Yeah. Okay, let me clear my throat real quick. Okay, there we go. And also, before I begin, audio check. Audio check, is it all good? Too loud or anything? Let me know. Okay, let me see there. Actually, I shouldn't. My ears hear it so good. Okay. Gotcha. Alright. So, let me hide this real quick. I got Pomni here. And funny story about this reference. I had to look into it. And this is like the first image that pops up in Google. But it's actually like mirrored. It was wrong because the reason why I was able to tell is because her eyelashes are actually different. If you look here, she has like eyelashes up here, and then she has like eyelashes down there. And every single reference had it the opposite. And also this red spot right here on her hat, it's supposed to be like right here. So I don't know why they flipped this image. Random little facts, I guess, about this photo. But yeah. Ooh. I would love churros, actually. That sounds really nice. So, okay. So let's start with a basic anime face. You know, the simple one of them all. So first off, you know, I like to start with a circle right there. And then here's the jaw. Then right here. So when it comes to drawing anime faces, the chin is a really good indicator of where it's facing. Because usually, right, the chin is like in the middle of the face. And here I'm drawing like a midline. So midline that splits the face through the middle, right here. And of course, that's like an easy way, you know, to give your face direction. Because if it's head-on like this, it's a direct split in the middle. And with this one, I wanted her to be looking to the right. So yeah. Whoa. Oh my gosh, he summoned everybody. There's so many people actually. So welcome. Yeah. Fish. Alright. So there, you got the face. Let me adjust it a little bit. I would, but no Discord. And that's fine. You know, you just come hang out on stream. Then, draw the neck here. And then... oh, hold on. There we go. Excuse me. But, for the neck, you know, you don't just draw like a straight line like this. It kinda... what's it called? It kinda gets wider down here. It's like the muscle, so it's kind of like a tree trunk. You know, the way, same way you would draw a tree. Fish invasion! Oh my gosh. Fish raid. How long is this gonna be? It's gonna be 2 hours. So lots of time. You know, feel free to just chat. Pitch in with your thoughts. There you go. Okay, let me open my window. It's so dark in here. Yay. The fishies. There. And then, just like that, you know, again, the midline is a really big tell for me. So, you don't literally have to draw the midline every time, but it, excuse me, it does help. Oh my gosh. Eat the chats. Oh my gosh. There you go. It's a little bit dark, so I'll just like, for the sake of the stream, there you go. Just darken it a little. And the funny thing about drawing anime faces is that it ignores a lot of traditional like rules, I'd say. So anime faces tend to be flat, and you'll see what I mean when I get to like what's it called? When I get to coloring. Okay, let me clear my throat again. Ah, there we go. Okay, so again, right, I have this split in the middle, and and I'm gonna do that anime style where they don't have a nose. So I guess even Pomni doesn't have a nose anyway, so yeah. Okay, here. Here's a technique, you know, to keep your eyes consistent. There, draw them at the same time. So, at the same time, what I mean is like if you draw the left like this, you draw right as well at the same time. It's like a good way to keep it consistent, just like that. Yeah, the fish army. Let me see what's happening in chat. If I missed any. Yeah, everybody's like having a seafood cookout in the chat. That's so nice. That'd be like a fun thing to do, like a drawing meetup. And then you have a barbecue as well, the drawing barbecue meetup. Yeah, feel free to draw with the stream. So yeah, and with keeping the eyes consistent, you know, we have the midline as like a little split here. But another thing is you could draw like horizontal lines like this to keep it balanced. That's like a good way to check. So right here, you can see that they line up. And then if I draw another horizontal line, you can see that the same points touch the lines right here. So if the eye was like this, right, it ends right here, and then right there, you can tell that it's misaligned. So you need to adjust it like this, so that they're all touching the same points on the line. There. And there. And there you go. I've been muting to spare you guys from coughing and me clearing my throat. Here. Okay. Now draw the eyes right here and right there. And to make sure that they're all correct, let me try to draw like some vertical lines right here. So yeah, I can see that this one, okay, maybe this one needs to be a little larger, like that. So you can see that they mostly touch at the same point. So let's see, let me adjust this. So you can see that, let me do this. Bloop. And there. You can see that they touch the same line. So like they touch here. So I know that's good. And then this middle line right here is to check if this point right here touches. And yep, it checks out, so it's all good. And then the bottom here, yeah, it touches the same point in the line, so it all checks out. And the thing you should remember about these guidelines is that they should be consistent, you know. Make sure that they're all the same angle, because, you know, you would get the wrong measurements if it was like this. You can see that this one's like going up. It's like a little bit offset. And you don't exactly need a ruler, you know, to measure everything. You just eyeball it. Eyeball the eye guidelines. But yeah. Let's see. Ah, thank you. It would have been a lot better if I wasn't sick. My voice is a little... or my throat, I should say. My throat's a little off. Yes. Okay, there we go. Then, let's see. Okay, Pomni has a big head. Let me adjust it right here. And probably what I'll do is, like, after the Chibi, or maybe after this one, let's look at the Discord submissions. There. And let me erase it. And then here. And so again, anime faces tend to like ignore a lot of like facial structure stuff. So, but I think this is one that they usually keep. So we got the eyebrows, right? And then caves in for the eyes, and then the cheek right here. It like sticks out again. Let me do that. And there. And I'm gonna exaggerate her cheek right here. Like, look, this is like a good landmark, I'd say. So this part, you know, it's like the eyebrow area. I know Pomni doesn't have eyebrows. We'll see how good she looks with or without eyebrows. But yeah, there. Then, I know I erased it, but the midline, I still keep it in my mind right here. So you don't literally have to draw it every time. You just have to remember that it's there. But just for the sake of the stream, you know, I'll put it back. Just right there. And then, right here, excuse me, the midline is a really good indicator of when to change direction. So you can see that, you know, it's like going upwards, like that. Then, put it downward. Just like that. It is a little bit too much of an abrupt angle, so I'll make it more subtle, like this one. There we go. Yay. So this midline can be super helpful for the lips, right? The lip direction. So let's say I wanted to draw her happy. Did I do it? Okay, yes. Just want to make sure I did it right. Yep. So let's say I wanted her to be happy, right? It's like this. It's like pointing up in different directions. So of course, you got it right here. Then got it right there. You can see that it's like pointing up, and then it starts to change direction at around the midline. Right here, it starts going upwards towards the right. This one's going up like that. That's like a really good indicator, just like that, to draw the lips. I think we should draw Pomni finally. I know. Yeah. You should. And also, she's really cute. And there. And another, like, side note. The tip of the lips right here are a really good indicator of your emotions. So, if you ever want to draw somebody, like, smiling, make sure to, like, look into this part of the lips, because it decides a lot of the emotion. And, let me undo it, actually. I deleted that, it's too late. Let me try again. So let's say I want her to be, like, you know, I want her mouth to be open. Let's say, like, it's angry. Of course, if it was like this, it looks like she's smiling, right? Because it's, like, upwards. But if I wanted to, like, look angry with her mouth open, it'll be, like, down here. So it'll be like that. Just like that. And then teeth. There. Not that angry. But of course you could, like, exaggerate it. Be like that. But you can see that the tip of the mouth still matters, right? So you could do this anime scream. But yeah, try to keep that in mind. Remember this point, because I think that's like a common thing I see in, like, in student art. They change it. Oh, let's see. Oh, an ad jump scare. Well, thanks for watching the ads, though. They support us a lot. Yes, hi Feline. Hi Fantasy Feline. Welcome. Ooh, eyebrows. Okay, sure, I could talk about eyebrows as well. So here, so we got mouth, right? And I want her to have, like, a worried look. You know, the classic Pomni grimace. There. And then let me erase the midline here. Maybe I'll open mouth a little bit so that her teeth is showing. There. And there. Okay, so it comes to the eyebrows. Right, remember this landmark? Let me fix my voice again. Okay, so when it comes to the eyebrows, right, this is a landmark. You got the bone right here, and then it dips towards the eye, and then it starts to get like rounder at around the cheek again. So that's like a good landmark, honestly. So there, and there. So now you could decide like any, what's it called? Any eyebrow shape. So whether you want it to be like there, you want it to be surprised right there, and there. As long as it like matches with this area right here, where the I don't know what it's called. I forgot what it's called in the skull. It's not called the eyebrow bone. I just made that up. But yeah. Yes, my voice box. Bleep bloop. I gotta install it. Yes, hi Burba. There. And there. But yeah, let me know. Let me know what about eyebrows gives you trouble, specifically. So, just like that. You know, you draw different eyebrows. So maybe, for now, I know she doesn't have eyebrows, but this is just a placeholder. Right there. And then I'll draw her eyes. There. And there. Make her eyes really large and expressive. There. Just like that. Oh, it's more about using it to complement the expression. Ooh. Okay. Gotcha. There. And you could really change how close it is to the eyes, because like let's say you got this one, right? So let's say I want her to be really angry, mad pissed. So it's like that. There. So it could be like closer to the eyes right here. And the more it affects the eyes, I think the more expressive it gets. So like let's say it gets to the point where like, you know, it like covers up the eyelid right there, that like she has to squint. So there. And there. And another point of expression for not just anime. I know I was supposed to be talking about anime faces, but in general, this part right here is very expressive. Like let's say, you know, I squint it like that. It makes her more expressive, I'd say. Like more focused, I guess. It's like more annoyed. Right there. She doesn't look like angry. She looks like she's annoyed. Like, huh? Like, what the heck? What the hell? I know, right? The mild altercation really does. And also, not having eyebrows also changes a lot. So much. Yes, that's why people even get them tattooed. So, if you lose your eyebrows, just get them tattooed. It's like, what are you saying? But it's a really good point of expression. The eyebrows and the, what's it called? This part of the eyelid, the lower eyelid. So this is my favorite thing to do with my artwork. So like, let's say, there, I'll raise her eyebrows. Maybe that was like a little bit too high. And then let's say she's smiling. Happy. And I know it doesn't look like Pomni yet. It's like some random anime base. But that's fine. Because her face is pretty plain. There you go. But, you know, this is a really good expression. You know, you could see her smiling. Excuse me, that sounded terrible. But, okay, you can see her smiling. And then you could, like, make her smile with her eyes. There you go. Look at that. Even happier. That's like a part that a lot of people forget. Like the bottom eyelid. And I don't know, it just kind of reminds you of the big C times, you know, where everybody was wearing a mask. And this is the best you could do. You smile with your eyes. So yeah, that's like a really good thing to remember, you know. And a really easy way to indicate that their eyes are squinting like that, like smiling with their eyes, is with the iris right here. So you could see that the iris, you know, it's like fully round right there, like round shape, but it's much more noticeable that you have your eyelids squinted if it doesn't show the full circle, right? So it's like down here being covered up by the eyelid. So just like that, you know, the smile is like a lot warmer than it was before. There you go. But yes, going back to this one, I forgot to undo it. Oh, oops. She's still mad. There you go. There. And there. So that's also why I drew the iris last, because it's a really big indicator of the expression of the eye. Yeah. Okay, let me do that again. And then let me fix. I think it's called the mouth is a little bit too angled. Right there. Okay. Or draw two. You should draw as well. And right now, just looks like some random anime base. But okay, it's time to draw her hair. So I tend to draw the hair after the face, because you know some anime hair like covers up the eyes, or like it's really detailed, the bangs, that like it covers up the face in a lot of ways. So it's good to save it for last. So even though your eye gets covered up, let's say in like the style that you're going for, it's fine. You know, it's still important. Also, I can't take it. I'm giving her a nose. Even just a little bit. There you go. And okay, let's say that her hat starts off here. It like covers her eye, her ears. I mean, not her eye. Okay, so there. I'm just gonna draw like the general. What's it called? General shape of it. I'm not gonna draw like the finer details of her hair just yet. There. And then her bangs peeking out. Just like that. Okay, and honestly, I could probably make her eyes bigger actually, so I'll do that. There. There. That's a little bit too reserved. What am I doing? This anime. There. And then, okay, eyebrow needs to be, or the eye needs to be raised a little bit more up. Right there. And then I'll adjust her face right here, because now you can see that there and there. This should be fine. Then actually no, looks good. Without the nose, we'll see. That's like honestly a pet peeve of mine. I know like some anime characters don't have noses, and like it just makes sense, but I could never get it to work. It looks so weird in my style. So I have to put the nose. Yeah, exactly. Just hang out, with your people, and just vibe. Okay, there and there. So again, you can see that I just put out the general shape of her, called, of her hair, just like that. I haven't added in like the finer details, and I know her hair is like really simple in the show, but I'll also go over how to like add the strands and all that in a little bit here. But also, I think after this, let's go over the Discord submission. There's a little like palette cleanser. Okay, and then I'll erase here, back of her head. So right there, gonna mark it. So again, we mark this as the beginning of her hat. That's like hugging her skull, right there. Then there you go. That's like the yellow rim of her hat. And again, if I follow through with the midline, right? Very important that it follows the surface of the object right here. So if I were to hazard a guess, the middle is like probably up here. The reason why the middle is important is because that's where the split of the hat, the jester hat, would be. Right there. And right there. And the split. Right there. So again, in 3D shapes, whenever you're drawing an object, whether it's a face, whether it's anatomy, or a sword design that you're doing or whatever, remember that everything is a shape. So like let's say right here, right, this is the middle point, right there, like has a nice split. And also, because of perspective, things tend to get smaller the further they are. So that's why this side is a little bit smaller compared to this one. And you can kind of see it with the eyes right here. It's a little bit smaller on the right side, because technically, if we were to put like a bounding box all around Pomni's face, kind of like this, or maybe right there. Like, yeah, it's not an exaggerated angle, but this side right here is shorter because it's further away. So yeah. Okay, let me see what chat is saying before we move on. Oh, can I go off chat real quick and ask how you get over art block? Oh, I made a video on it. I'm really proud of writing that video, so let me look it up. Art block wing canvas. There it is. But honestly, my advice for it is try to figure it out. Try to figure out why you're feeling this way. Be like your own therapist, because if you're tired because, you just came home from school or from work, then, it's fine. It happens because you're exhausted physically. And that tends to be a motivation killer, And if that's the case, try to think if it's worth it, Maybe you could push through it. Or maybe you're just, like, mentally drained, Like, maybe emotionally drained. Then, same thing, try to see if you could push through it. But, I shared a video in the chat. Click. Save that for later. Okay, let me fix my voice again. Okay, anyway. There. And then let me see what else. Give me them sniffers. Okay. Get over art block. I don't know what to do. Valid. Honestly, sometimes to get over art block, just be a normal human being, you know? Because art is always there, and sometimes you just need a break because life happens, you know? There. And then I'm gonna put her collar right here. The midline saves us again, right? You got this. And then this right here. There's her collar. And then the little button, like put it right here. But yeah, I won't draw the full body because I really want to focus on the nitty-gritty of drawing the face. And don't worry, this isn't the only face we'll be drawing. We'll have some fun in a little bit. Basically, I'm just laying out the playing field here so that we know what to take into account when we draw. Because a lot of it just carries over, regardless of what kind of style you're going for. So yeah. There. And there. So again, look at this. The midline helps us out again. Look at how I drew the collar. You can see that this side is a little bit smaller, and then this one you can see a lot more of because of perspective. And that's like a big misconception. A lot of people think, oh, I guess gotta keep learning anatomy. I gotta learn every single muscle, every single bone. But, you know, it's true, like, that is helpful. But you do need perspective, because perspective is what decides the shape of your object. And it'll make your drawings less flat. Because I see that a lot in my students that I've had. So, yeah, even though I know perspective is a big scary word, but you've been doing it. You've been doing perspective this whole time. So, yeah, practice it. Okay, there you go. My voice is so nasally because it clogged a little bit. Yeah, what Cobra said. Yeah, let yourself rest, take a walk. Yeah, touch grass. Yeah. And also, watch that video. I'm really proud of that video. There you go. Okay. So there you go. We got, look at that. Look at Pomni. She's so cute. Anime Pomni. And I know that in the episode where they turn into like anime characters, like the school one, it's not like this, you know. It's still like the art style of the Amazing Digital Circus. So this one I wanted it to be different. I wanted it to be more distinct. There. And let me erase this line right here. And also, you know, when you're sketching, keep it light right here. Just like that. And then we could darken the lines later. Okay. Alright, so now that we have Pomni here, let's get to the Discord submissions. Okay, let me look at it. Right here. Okay, so to give context for the people here who may not be aware, every month on our Discord, we have an art challenge. So every month there's a theme that we have to go for. And let me remember what today's or this month's theme is. Let me see. There it is. Yeah, it's narrative something. I forget. Narrative art. There you go. So try to tell a story with your artwork. Yeah, sorry. I had to like blow my nose a little. But here, it was Sephora's. Oh my gosh, Sephora Armada. Yeah. I know what your bio says, but you're her. Like, look at this. You drew this. And here's what she said. Here's my contribution. It's a little bit rough, but is it a nightmare? A memory? A patchwork of many memories? I wonder. But yeah, there you go. It's so nice. I really like it. I like the storytelling, because you know, for the West at least, it's our reading order is left to right, and it translates my gosh, my voice sounds terrible. Let me fix my voice real quick. But yeah, so on the left, you know, that's probably where your eye starts. You see this person, you know, this girl is like crouched over and like hugging her legs, scared. And then as you go, right, you probably like zip your eyes to like the ghostly figure right there at the end of the room. And it's nice because of the values, right? The lighting. So it immediately like acts like a spotlight pretty much. And then you see the person, you know, the more you look into like that lit part, there's like a person down there, like on the ground. What happened? What happened? So I really like the storytelling here. And also the perspective, right? If you look at the perspective, this is like 2-point, I think. Yeah, it's 2-point perspective, more or less. So yeah, it's a very, very narrative driven piece, and I really like it. And also, yeah, thank you for modding. I will say that too. But I didn't pick this because she was a mod, okay? It was just a coinky dink. And also it's a really good drawing for this this theme. How do I fix my voice? I just like, you could kind of hear it, right? I'm kind of nasally right now, so I like blow my nose a little. Yeah, no biases here. It just so happens to be a good artwork. It happens. But yeah, also the blue tones, it's very, very nice. It makes it kind of sad in a way, at least for me, right? It's probably not what she intended, but as a viewer, it feels more melancholic, you know, a little scary, a little melancholic. Ah, there we go. Let me drink water, actually. There you go. Right? It does look sad. Because, like, you know, it's a little bit scary at first, but then the more you look at it, it's like, oh, it's all blue. The all blue. Yeah, thanks, Sephora. Okay, my nose is so nasally. Let me fix it. Alright, so anyway, let me move my thing a little bit here. Yay. This one, Zephora's. It's really funny. This name's pretty close to Zephora. So maybe it's biased towards people with Z in their name. But yeah, this one, you know, it's a really cute comic. It's like, oh, yo, huge dough ball. And then it's like a hive of roaches. So I like the framing. Okay, there you go. I like the framing, you know, the paneling. And I love how in the bottom right, you know, like the punchline, they're all like jumping out. They're jumping out of the page. But yeah. Also, the expressions are really cute. Character designs are really cute. And what's it called? They're the curves, you know. I like the use of curves in their poses. Makes them very, very expressive. Yeah, there you go. Sorry. I had to fix my nose again. Okay. Think. There. Okay. Yeah, and that like the splash of roaches, oh no. It's very cute. But yeah, thanks again for submitting. And then this one, last but not least, Tamarind Lover. You know, they've been featured a lot in these, what's it called? In these showcases, and for good reason. Like, look at this. This is like professional level, honestly. This feels like something you would see on like a Steam page or like a loading screen. It's like so detailed. And I put the little snippet of what they said on the top left. So, a piece about a quintet of friends surviving a cryohazard event with some chilling, having a bad time, or even building a device to get rid of the internal storm that they have. And yes, the moon on the right has 4 arms. So, there you go. It's, oh yeah, I did realize that actually as soon as they pointed it out. Also, I am also a tamarind lover. I love tamarind on my sinigang Filipino gang. But I love the, yeah, like they said, just the host of characters, and it really showcases what they're like. You know, you can see that the character on the left, they're like fixing up this cryo tool, or not cryo, but like this like heat tool looking thing, because like it's glowing like a nice warm orange, and you can see that the way they use light, yeah, you can see like oranges, it's like a spotlight for the characters. So like the tent on the right, it really frames them together, and then the person on the left being framed by that little lamp right there. That's really cool. And also the perspective is used so well. You can see in the forefront, right, like really close to the viewers, are the heat stuff right there. Because not only is it really cold looking in this environment, you can see that they're trying to fix it. They're trying to warm up. Yeah, so simple, so clean. Yeah, I know the color palette's so nice. The purple and the orange. Yeah, eat the art. Oh. But yeah, there you go. That's all our wonderful submissions for this month. So thank you. Thank you for submitting and supporting. So if you wanna join our Discord and possibly be featured, go do that. Alright. So back to our drawing right here. Maybe I'll add a little bit more. It looks like she's balding, so I'll kind of like add some volume here. There. A little bit more bangs right here. There we go. Also, gotta clear my throat. Alright. Yeah. Maybe it's time. Okay, I'll do like the hair, and then I'll jump into color. So right here, you know, we have the overall layout of the hair. Then I'm gonna add some flyaways right here, just to make it interesting. So there, just like that. Or maybe there. So I'm gonna make her hair kind of like square cut right there. So I don't want to make it like the traditional like sharp hair like this. And a really good way to make your hair interesting is, you know, we have the main shape like this, right? It's like curving downwards. And then you could like make hair softly transition down to there, just like that. So this one's more like a sharp example. Maybe even like this. I could like do that. You can see that it's like this, and then downward to the main shape. So as long as it like follows the main shape of the hair, it's all good. So I'll showcase it more here. Here. And then maybe on here, make it more here. And there. Okay, let me fix up just like that. Yay. Then it doesn't have eyebrows, I think. Yeah. But let's just say, you know, that's her... Let me see what she looks like with thinner eyebrows. There. Let's just say that's her... What's it called? Wrinkle, I guess. I want to sneeze. Oh. Oh, my nose. No sneeze. So yeah, there you go. Now I'm gonna start to add in the details. Just like that. Yay. There. And there. Okay. So just like that, you know, we have a really good base for our drawing. Now it's time. Time for color. There. Yeah, I know. I hope I get better soon too. And thank you. There. The best part. Okay, maybe it's a little bit too dark for a base color. There. Yeah, I like to do this. Like, make a base layer for the colors. And usually I tend to put my... excuse me. I tend to put my colors just in one layer. You know, unless it's like really elaborate, then yeah, I would use multiple layers. So say like, you know, there's like a pattern on the clothing or something where like I'd benefit from keeping it separate, then yeah, I would make a new layer for it. There. And there. Yay. Then let me where's it? Scale up. There. There you go. It's still okay, still need to clean it up a little. There. Yeah. Did homework, nice. Yeah, come vibe. Come draw. There. There you go. Nice. There. And there. Okay. So now I have this base layer for colors. There. And there. Then fix it up. Just like that. So now I'm gonna put in the base colors. Because you got the base layer. Now it's time for the base here. And yeah, you can see that with her skin, right? Pomni's skin is like this pale white, but I added like a little touch of blue right there. You can see that it's like right here on the color wheel. I know it's really tempting to do this, but look at the difference. Right, so this one is just a pure gray, like a white gray, compared to like the blue, like bluish gray. It's just a lot more lively. There we go. And then her brown hair. Excuse me. Here. Yeah, hi Hermit. Welcome. Then her hair, right here. Think. Did I miss anything? Well, you missed a lot. We are like halfway through the stream. We talked about facial proportions during anime. Went through like the art submissions, but don't worry, there's still more to come in the stream. So yeah, made it to like the fun part at the very least. You didn't miss the fun part. There. And then there you go. It's okay. Hermit still has like half the stream. Okay, right there. Okay, a little bit more blue. So I know that Pomni is a really vibrant character, but when you're picking colors, stick around right here. You know, like, don't use the edge colors too soon, because they're very powerful colors, the ones on the very edge, and they attract a lot of attention. So save those. Because, for example, in case you want a more vibrant blue, look at this. There you go. You have the space. Look at that. You have the space to like add more color as you go along. There. And then her hair, or not her hair, her bell. Just like that. Okay, let me open my window some more. Let the light in. Okay. There. And there. Yeah, thankfully Pomni is a simple character. There's not much like fine detail going on. It's all just in the color. There. And there. Then what is it? It's red and blue. Okay, so you, then the red. Maybe a little bit too red. Then here. What art software is this? This is Clip Studio Paint. So I've been using this since I was 14. I'm 25 now, so it's been a long time. This is like my software of choice. There. And then of course, just realized I used the wrong color. There. You. Okay, anyway. Since I was born, oh yeah, I was born in 2014, so babu. Yeah, Cube Studio Paint, highly endorse it. It's very good. There. And forgot to add more detail here. So there. Just add it in. There you go. There, and then her hats. Yoink. There. And there. Yeah. For sure. It does like the background music and like her making this face. There. Again, look at this, the midline. It's still helping us. There. Acts as like a nice split. And for this one, you know, this color right here, you could keep it like a separate layer, these stripes. But for me, I didn't. Because it's just inconvenient for me to have more layers, because more layers equals more control. So you could keep it separate if you want like more control over each individual stripe. But for me, I don't feel the need to have that control. So that's how I decide what kind of layers to add and what not to do. There. There. And... okay. That's okay. Self will understand why you color it all first with dark gray. Yes, okay, so this is why. No matter how hard I try, look at this. It's not bleeding out. So that's the reason why I painted it all gray at first. Because if I do this, right, like let's say I'm coloring, it's really annoying when I'm like, oh man, now I gotta erase it. Like this, I gotta clean it up. That's really annoying. So that's why I do the gray first. That's like the base layer. And also, like let's say, you know, it's back to being all gray right here. I could just make a clipping layer right here. Like let's say like I add blue. And look at that. It's like clipped on to the gray part. No matter how hard I try, it just doesn't mess up. So that's why I do it. Think. Yeah. Okay. But this one, okay. This one, I probably will keep the eye on a separate layer. Because it's really important. There. So, for now, I'll do like a placeholder. Yeah, blue. Right here. I'll use blue as a placeholder. There we go. And then, for her blushies, maybe I'll add this. Okay, here's another benefit of keeping it separate layers. So, like, let's say I'm drawing the blushies. Now, if I erase it, look at that. Doesn't erase the other layers. So, just like that. Probably keep it this way. And then, for this one, right, you got the sketch layer. This is what it looks like without the sketch. So, now, turn it to multiply. You know, it's been multiply for a while. Then I want to add color to the sketch. Maybe like this. Like that. A little bit of blue. Or let's see what it looks like with pink. Yeah, no, blue's the way to go. But yeah, there we go. So let me clean up. Here. And then whenever you turn anything into multiply or any other like layer mode, have your color picker tool to be on this setting. So I know not everybody's using Clip Studio, but this is a basic setting for color pickers. So I color pick it, and then look at that. It's the color that made that color. I'm gonna switch it back. There you go. Now I'm just gonna clean it up a little bit. There. Because now I'm gonna add her eyelashes that I was talking about. Her eyelashes is like down here. There. Maybe I'll exaggerate it a lot more here. There. There. Just like that. Let me clean it up. And then eyelashes up there. 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 Yay. Okay, let me fix your eyelashes. And also, I forgot to do this. The eyelid up here, I'm gonna mark it. Just like that. There we go. Look at that. She's a lot more detailed. And then right here, again, this isn't her eyebrows. Because she doesn't have eyebrows. It's just the muscle. Kind of like furrowing. There you go. Furrowing her brow. Look at that. Okay, let's see. Okay, but still, the color of the hats can interact with the color of her hair, right? Isn't that gonna be a problem? Ooh, that's a really good question. So, a lot of the layers are personal opinion. So for me, I don't really mind that much, so I don't care for me personally. So that's why I did it. I just prefer less layers, you know? I don't want to like go in there and like check in with every single layer. But you totally could. That's a really good idea to like keep it separate. But for me, nah. It's much simpler for me. Much more convenient. There you go. But yeah, look at that. She's starting to call it, look more lively. There. Yeah, exactly. Okay, big stretch. Oh. Okay. Also, okay, now I think we've gotten to like the major parts. So when it comes to shading anime, so okay, this is the eyes. Use multiply. I know with shading people, right, there tends to be like a system to it. Like you shade the forms, right? But for anime, it's very flat, you know? So like you don't have to like, oh, I gotta highlight the nose bridge. I gotta highlight the this part, right? So a lot of the effect comes from shading as well. You don't need to do all that with anime. So really, you just need to cover up, like for example, right here, you know, because the hair's covering it. Also, let me fix this. There, not enough color there. Okay, so right there, let me pick like a more lively color. There you go. There. And honestly, you could shade anime faces like this, just with the airbrush. Yeah, look at that. It looks sort of already like more, what's it called? More polished, more anime. But yeah, there and there. Then probably like right here. Me. That. Let's say that the light is coming from the left, like our left. There. And then right here. There. Being covered up. And let me fix my throat. Let me clear my throat. Yeah, everybody, you know, don't be shy to ask questions, and I'm glad I got to help Carol Pecco. There you go. Okay. And then, actually, for the blushies, maybe I'll add like color to her lips as well. Let me see what it looks like with blue. There. Maybe not that much lipstick. There. Yeah. Here you go. I used blue to match her skin tone pretty much. Ooh. Yeah, separate layers for skin, hair, clothes. Yeah, see? Yeah, that's what I mean. I feel you, Karapeko. Like, it could be overwhelming. Oh, my voice. It could be overwhelming. It's so bad. It's so nasally. There you go. Over. Okay, so now, for this hair, you know, I wanna probably pick like a pink for the shadow right here. There. There. And there. Yeah, you could totally pick like different colors for your drawing right here. So I picked pink because I want the shadows to be cooler, you know, cooler in color. So instead of like, you know, since it's orange, you could use like a red because it's cooler, or pink right here. So that's why. Yeah, and that's fine, Runic. You know, you'll get there, but I really encourage you to get to color. It's really fun. Indeed. Uh, I will, I mean, I did. I combined I will and I did. Let's see. Okay, so now maybe I'll make it more. Yeah, there you go. Make it cooler right here. There. Then shadow. Just like that. Let's see. Yeah, she's so beautiful. I know. My girl failure. There you go. And then let's see. Maybe we'll make this in shadow actually. There you go. And then right here, you know, for the yellow, maybe I'll go back to pink as the maybe a little bit more blue. There. But yes, I will add highlights in a little bit. Okay, there. And there. So yeah, you can see how lively it is with different colors for multiply. So there, making it feel rounded. And a little pom-pom. There. Gonna shade shadow a little bit. There. There you go. And then again, with the color picker, I have it on pick up color from player. So there. Gonna cover up this blue. Just like that. Okay, so it's starting to take form. Maybe even darker, more saturated. Let's see how it looks actually with... Nah, doesn't make much of a difference. There. Just like that. Then I'm gonna add like a little shadow. Like that. Oh, you know what? Where is you? Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit of a shadow underneath her eyebrows, her eyelashes. Just like that. And then maybe I could add eye bags. There you go. She's so stressed. Okay. Alright. Maybe that's too much, actually. Let me raise it a little. There we go. Okay, and then this one, you know, the metal chimes, I'll make it even shinier right here. There. And there, and right there, because the metal, you know, it tends to be more glossy. And again, just because something is shiny, it doesn't mean you have to add a brighter color. Sometimes you could go darker. There. Going darker can make something look shiny as well. Look at that. There you go. Now I'll add it back in. There, shiny. There. Okay. See you around, Runic. There. Okay, so now I'll do the same for the rim here of the hat. I want to make it shiny. There. Yay. Then, let's see. You. And, okay, add this little bit of shadow underneath. And then what I like to do for the skin is I like to add some subsurface scattering right here. So I'm using pink for like the edges right there. There. So subsurface scattering is what's it called? The light kind of bounces. Let me explain a little bit. A little science lesson. So let's say this is it, right? Let's say this is like something that has SSS, subsurface scattering. So, you know, the light passes through, and of course it's not made of crystal, it's not transparent, so the light doesn't completely pass through. What happens is it bounces around a little on the surface, and then it goes back out. Just like that. So, you know that thing where if you shine a flashlight through your fingers, you see the red, right? It's because the light is bouncing out, and it turns red because of your blood. So, kind of the same thing. You know, I wanted to add like a little color here. Make it to imply that effects for blood. There. There you go. There you go. And there. Here. And just like that. And notice, you know, I've been saving the eye for last. Okay, so now let's do the eyes right here. Because I know this one is a very important one. So let's see. Okay, I'm gonna lock transparency. There. And her eyes are like this. There. And there. Okay. Then her eyes are kind of like a fan. There. And there. Just like that. And then let's see. Oh, and let me adjust it a little bit. Actually. There. Okay, her other eye is a little bit off. There. There. And then... Okay, let me adjust the shapes a little. There. And there. Yeah. Now you can see why I saved this for last. Because it's the fun part. Okay, I'm trying to think how I would do this. Okay, let me use the multiply layer again to add some darker shades. So right there. I'll actually like highlight it. There. 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 There you go. Okay, now I know. Need to adjust her eye a little bit. You. Oops. And you. Okay. There. Then, where the heck is this? Okay. Now, maybe I'll add it up here. Perfect. So, you There, I'll cover up the top of her eye, like right here, because it's the, what's it called, her eyelid, because of the shape of her eyes. Just like that. Maybe I could even make it more vibrant right here in her eyes. Just like that. And maybe even darker. So I'll shade it. Just like that. Then, I can probably add the highlights now, actually. So I could use Glow Dodge. Glow Dodge is my favorite. But you could also use Overlay, honestly. Let's see. Maybe I'll make like a warm color. Like orange. There. I'll add the highlights after. Then, okay, right here, add some, maybe red. Make it more red. Nah. Orange. Let's see. Yeah. There you go. And then right here, add a little shine on these parts right here. Maybe, let's see. Nah, that's a little bit too much. You know what? Trying to think of. Maybe Overlay was the play. Let's see. Overlay. Yeah, I like Overlay a lot more. It's more subtle in this case. Yank. Okay, let me pick a nicer yellow. Okay, so when it comes to this part, it's a lot of control, you know, like, I like using these layer modes because they give you a lot of control. So, okay, maybe that's a little bit too much. I want to add like a highlight. Okay, now it looks like green. So, let's see. Color pick you. There you go. And then you. And you. And then maybe I'll add like a little bit of yellow on her face. And then on here as well, a little bit more yellow. And then I'll add a little bit of pink onto here. Just to make it more cool. But yeah, look at this. So before and after. Look at that. So nice. Yeah, it's Pomni. Okay, honestly, I'll probably merge it all together now. And again, this is just a personal preference. You know, you don't have to merge your layers. But I do. I have to merge my layers. I like it too much. There. And right here. Just like that. Wow, look at that. It's all in one layer. And now I can just like clean her up. There. And don't worry, we can still do the Chibi version. But yeah, honestly, if you don't want to merge your layers, you could also just go in there and make a new layer on top of everything to paint over it. That's also a possibility. There. Oh, shading. That looks lovely. Thank you. Okay, there. And then right now, you know, I'm darkening the eyelashes. Also, that's like another art style that I see. I really like it when people do this. There, I think it's really cool. Maybe for this one, maybe for this one I will do it, actually. There. Let me see how it would look. There. Menu. Also, when you're doing this, right, you might notice that I am color picking. Make sure that it's on this mode, the basic mode, which is obtain display color, so that you actually get the color you're looking at. There. There you go. Okay, let me clear my nose again. My nose is being nasally. let's see. Okay, maybe I'll see how I feel about this. I'll leave it be that. And then, for the eyes, I'll add like a little bit of yellow. Yeah. And then for the blue, let's see. Yeah, sure. Something like this. And then, yeah, maybe a little bit brighter. Maybe like there and there. Just like that. And then I'll make her eyes a little bit darker. See, look at that. Look at her now. She's so anime. But yeah, chat, how are we feeling about the eyelashes actually? So let me make a layer to cover it up. Do we prefer this? Let's see. Actually, I kind of like it. I kind of like it covered up. But what do you think? Let me know. So, do you want it covered up? Or do you want it stylized like that? Do you tell? There. Yeah. The covered up looks better, yeah. There you go. And right here. Also, very important tip for people doing digital. Don't zoom in too closely, like very early on. Right now I am zooming in because I'm doing the finer details, right? But when you're still drawing, like Pomni or like whoever character you're drawing, it's best if you zoom out. You know, like somewhere here maximum, honestly. Ooh, how did you get your colors together so smoothly? Different colors always contrast too much in my art. Okay, 1 second. Yeah, sorry, my nose. Well, for me... Okay, let me retrace my steps a little bit. The way I get my colors consistent... Okay, maybe I'll just merge it together. There. Is right here. Ooh, it's kind of nice to see. Look at that, without the lighting. So this is my base colors right here. So it's very plain, right? And the technique, if you look at my color wheel right here, look at that. It's like consistently like within here. Right there. None of them are like touching the edge colors right here. So, well, this one's the closest, I guess. But I made sure that none of them are too saturated. So like, let's say right here, you know, the red is too vibrant. Look at how loud that is if I had done it. If I'd used this red, it's very loud. So yeah, instead I picked it somewhere here in the middle. Same with the blue. Actually, they're like pretty similar. But yeah, also this yellow, I made it stand out like really bright because it's like a nice kind of border, you know? So like if I had made it kind of dark like this, like it's fine, you know, like it makes sense, but it kind of blends in, right? I want the yellow to be special. So the way I did it is I made it brighter right here. Then added multiply right here. So that's the technique. I use just like cool colors for my multiply. So if you look here, pick up color from layer. So I use like a blue, where is it? Like a periwinkle kind of color. And then down here, I use like pink, or not pink, purple. Okay, let me fix my throat. And also big stretch. Oh my gosh. Ah, that feels good. But that's the technique. You know, you use overlay and like multiply and make sure that the shadows are consistent right here. So all my shadows are like this tone of blue, or like it's like around this range right here. Yeah, and then right there, I used overlay with some warm colors to highlight. So look at this. Before and after. You can see that it carries a lot, right? It's a huge carry. There you go. What time is it? Wow, a lot of yapping. It's okay, you know, the Chibi one's gonna be really simple anyway. Oops. Cute. See, look at that. Wow. And then I'm gonna clean up the lines here. Okay. Then right there. Also, just to slow down a little bit, here's how I blend. I color pick, I lightly shade it, and I color pick again. Right there. And that's the color. So that's how I blend it. And that's why it's so important. Oh, that's why I was using it wrong too. Here, I use this. It should be on this setting, okay? So this one is just using the color that you see with your eyes. To put it simply, obtain display color. That's why I was wondering, like, this is not the effect I want. Okay, there you go. And then here, add in the little pink. Just like that. And again, it's really easy to overblend, but I'm trying to keep myself on task by cleaning up. That's the point of this. I'm cleaning up the lines here. And also, this is why I love one layer. You know, some people might like multiple layers, right? But for me, this just makes life a lot easier. Just to have one layer. There. One layer gang. And then here, like, touch it up. Watch this. You got like, and here, maybe I'll add like more pink right there. Wow, look at that. Okay. Like a little bottom highlight. And then you. Gonna clean up this. And of course, you know, I want this metal bell to be shiny. Maybe I could even add the chime thing there. And then there. Oh, and also another technique. Notice how I'm changing the size of my brush a lot. And you can probably hear it too, like this. So I'm like changing the size of them each time. And there. Like a little dial. And then right here. Yeah, and notice for the colors too. I'm using a yellow-green for the highlight. This one's a orangey yellow. And right here it's actually red. Right? You can see how my colors... Yeah, take a look at my color wheel right here. Loop, loop, boop, 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 boop. So, I'm using a lot of different colors here. Then on here, yeah, there's like a pink highlight. So maybe I'll add like pink down here. Wow. A little bit of a shine. There you go. Yeah. And so are you, Stella. Like, if you're here, you know, it means you're improving your art. You're pretty talented yourself. There. Okay. And here. Then I won't make the light here as brilliant. So make it like right here. Color pick you. Just like that. Yeah, you're so pretty. And then right here, I'll add like a yellow. Then I color pick it so that it's a blended color. There you go. This is my favorite way to color. There. And maybe I'll make this softer actually. Just a little bit. There. And then I color pick again. There we go. And then you, I'll make a yellow. There you go. Yellow highlight. There. And then color pick. And there. Wow. Look at her. She's so pretty. And then right here. And right here for the yellow. It's already pretty bright, in my opinion, so I'll just add more shadows to make it shiny. So yeah, that's the type of decisions you make, because you might think like, oh, like I want... Sorry, my voice. I want it to be shinier, so I'll add more highlights, I'll add more white to it. Nope, sometimes you just gotta make everything else darker. There. And this one, this isn't a metal bell, this is a kind of like a soft pom-pom, I imagine, so there, I won't make it shiny like the metal. There. And then I'll add the pink though. Or maybe right there. Make a little highlight. Maybe a little brighter. Here. Yay. Add a little bit of pink. Yeah, and you may be thinking, like, Iggy, where did you get the pink? Like, why is there a pink undertone? And the answer is, I felt like it. So, you could pretty much make this any color. It could be green, if you wanted to. And then, look at that. Now you have a green undertone. But for me, I just felt like it. Because I think pink is a nice color. And I feel like it'd be a nice undertone under lights. There. And there. Okay. Yeah, she's so sad. Okay, what time is it? Okay, we got a lot of time. Yay. Also, this is what I like about simpler drawings. You could, like, go ham on the simple drawings. So there, and then let me fix. And you can see how messy my artwork is, right? It's not, like, clean, but that's what you work towards, you know? You make it more... You give it more personality that way. There you go. And maybe I'll make this softer as well. Right here. There. There, I'll make the transition softer. Okay. There you go. Yay! Look at that. And then color pick. Bloop, bloop, bloop. So I think this one is a little bit much. Okay, and then I want to make her hair a little shinier. So there you go. Yeah, also the technique is to not add too many colors, which is really funny advice because I've been adding a lot of colors, right? But what I mean is this part right here. You know this part where we add a lot of like multiply and stuff? 90% of my colors are from that. I just color pick like all around my canvas. That's what I mean by introducing new colors. Because it could get overwhelming really easily, so keep that in mind. That's like a pitfall trap that a lot of painters fall into. Is they're like, oh, like, I'll pick my own color, right? Like this? Which you can, you know, but like, as a beginner, it could get confusing, so keep that in mind. Yeah. Oh. Okay, 1 second. My wallpaper engine's playing music. There you go. Turned it off. There. And there. Oh, and you know what? I'm gonna add some nice blue right here. Just to make her eye shiny. So I picked blue because 1, it's pretty and I can do whatever I want. And 2, it's because her eyes, you know, I want to make it look like her eyes are reflecting light. So maybe this time down here it's pink. Right there. Pink, pink, pink. And make it very subtle, you know? Maybe I'll make it pink right here. bloop, bloop. There you go. Look at that. And maybe, okay, for this one, I'll make it brighter. The highlight. And then let's see. And there's like another highlight here. So maybe there. Shiny eyes. There we go. Look at her. And then let's see. Here. Let me fix her nose. Okay, maybe I'll add like a highlight here. Because I know it's like an anime thing. There. Let's see. Yeah. This is all good. Then, what time is it? Okay. There. Then I'm gonna add the darker parts here. And right here. Again, I'm making her lips blue. There you go. Okay, I don't know how I feel about this actually. I'll get rid of it. I'll just make it here. There. Also, I think this is a bit too yellow. Right there. I added a little bit of green. Nah. Actually, no. But there you go. And then I'll blend it a little actually. Yay. Look at that. So this, just like I said, mentioned earlier, I mean, anime tends to be less about anatomy, you know, so like you can see that her face is really flat in the shading, and yeah, keep it that way. So like, it should be a little flat, even though I did my own rendering style, not the anime style. Make her look really shiny. Also, oops. Jagged by accident. And here, maybe here I'll add like a touch of pink right there. Yay. And then on her hair, just like that. Make her really colorful. There you go. Hey, there's Pomni. Big stretch again. Okay. And then maybe I'll add just a little bit. There. Yay. I think this looks good. I'm trying to see what else. Pomni. There we go. So now we have this style. Now let's do a few doodles actually before we end off. So right here, trying to see if there's anything I'm missing. Okay, you go yellow. That's what I'm missing. Look at this, a little highlight. Boy, so pretty. There we go. Then you. And that's a masterpiece. And yeah, so I think I'm pretty much done with this one. So let me know if you have any follow-up questions, because you know, you could always rewatch the VOD to see the whole process again. But let me know, like, if there's anything I missed or didn't explain. There. Okay, now let's have fun with it. Let's go back. Now let's do a speed run. Chibi. So I wanted to do this earlier. So Chibi, you know, it's a lot more like this. The proportions are a lot more round. Take me ages, skill issue. Nah, it's fine. regular Pomni. It's a round girl. Very round girl. Okay, this is the lightning round now. So like here with Chibi, maybe I'll make her happy this time. There you go. Boop. So the thing about Chibi is the anime style is that eyes are big. There. So I won't make it as detailed. But there you go. Got her eyelashes. Chibis are hard. Yeah. So just like before, right? I'm just looking for the midline right here. This is a pretty neutral angle for the eyes. So, or not the eyes, the face, I should say. Sorry. Very neutral. So like that. And then, yeah, pretty much. It's like this, like Chibi Pomni. Hello. Maybe let me fix her. Oh, that's why, because she has like the little thingies here. It'll be like that. Yeah, I won't draw the body though. Of it too much work. There. Then her eyelids again, right? There. And then just like before, I'll mark where her hat starts. And then her hair. That. Let's see. Yeah, that's good. And then right here, you know, her hair. Okay. You can see that it's framing her face, you know, strategically framing her face. Just like that. Okay. And let's see. And then I'll draw the rim of her hat. So she's like a Nendoroid. Actually, I think there is a Pomni Nendo Nendo figure. There. There. And there. Yay. And then her hair. And it's best for Chibi to not have too much detail. You know, like, they're more cartoony. So, there. And then her eyes. So I want her to be looking up at the viewer. There you go. Okay, this is cute, but let me try to see if this works. Let's make her even cuter. So there. Yay! Smile with your eyes. Okay, that's cuter for sure. There. Yay! Look at that. Bloop, bloop. Yippee! There. There. Wow. Then her eyelashes. Let's see. So before, you know, she's just kind of smiling, and then with here, wow, you got Chibi. And there. There we go. And then, yeah, for the mouth, there, I want it to be really small so that her eyes are really the main focus here. What time is it? Okay. This is probably the last thing I could draw, because I want to color it. There. Yay. And then, let me see her hat. Okay, let me... There. And there. Yay. So with this one, I think this one I'm making the line art a little bit thicker as well. Okay. And also, right here, right at the rim of the hat, excuse me, I'm making the hair more bouncy, but like not by interrupting the flow. Because right here, right, this is our hat, but I could like do this. Excuse me. Yay. Here. And then let's see the reference. Okay, I can't forget her blushies. I will do that in a little bit. Okay. And there. Yay. Also, it's very important when you draw that you make sound effects like that. It's very important for the drawing experience to be like, wahoo, yay. There you go. And yippee. You gotta get into the vibe. You know, you need a little whimsy to draw. Maybe a little weird. Yippee! Wahoo! Yeah. Because that's the vibe that this Chibi is giving me. She's like a wacky woohoo type girl in this one. There. And I'll pretty much do like a mini version of what I did earlier, but a little bit faster this time. Okay, so now you got her face. There you go. But yeah, when it comes to Chibi, it's best that you don't, what's it called? Don't over detail it. There you go. Yeah, exactly. You gotta match. So if your character's angry, you gotta make angry expressions too. Be like, grr. What are they? There. And you. Looks wacky. without the trauma, without the backstory, without the drama. There. Yeah. Without the backstory, she's just a silly girl. Yay. Matching eyebrows to expressions is something I need to remind myself. Yeah. You gotta be the drawing. And then, let's see. You got yellow right here. Woohoo. She's so silly. Okay. And you. And then you. There. And okay, look at this one. This is a shortcut I like to do because I already know. There you go. I already know that these are accurate and I don't want to ruin it. So what I do is I make a layer underneath and then I'll merge it after. So like, oh, like this. Okay, now there's a gap there. There. Wahoo. And you. Yeah, I know the bells at the moment are not supposed to be over the color, but that's fine. So right there, this is Iggy's lazy way. And then you. Now, what is it? This one's red down here. Okay, that's a little bit too vibrant. Right there. And then, yeah, there's a split down the middle, just like that. And then you. And how far does it go down? Let's see. Okay, that goes down there. let me see the reference again. Okay, yeah, it covers it pretty much. Kind of like, you know what am I doing? I'm just mirroring the other side. Yay. Yeah, pretty much. They are like big baby heads, big bobbleheads. There you go. And then, see, look at that. A little baby. Oh, oops, I merged it with a different layer? What did I do? Oh no. Thank. Okay, now that it's all merged, there, I could clean it up. Wahoo! And then you. And again, I'll keep the eyes on a different layer. Can't believe I missed an hour of this. That's fine. You know, like, you have the VOD, so you can just rewatch Mark. But welcome. I'm glad you made it. You at least made it to the Chibi, but this is what we did right here. It's like hyper realistic Pomni. Okay, so there's this. And then I forgot to add her blushies. So you. Wahoo! There. And I'll the color back. Yay. Here. And then let's see. We got her eye split. Just like that. And then you. Oops, a little bit lower. That. Then. Yay. Yeah, and welcome in still. There. I'm kind of locked in right now because we got 4 minutes before I have to wrap up. It's crazy. Crazy how time flies. There we go. Yay. There. And then that's it. So now I will color my line art because I like coloring my line art. There. Yeah, a little bit purple. Then, yeah, you know what? I'll just merge it. Then, there, a little bit of light color, light shadow. I know, it's really funny. I like to think of sleeping as like a way to fast travel to breakfast. You gotta skip to breakfast. So whenever I'm like hungry, I'm like, okay, I'll just go to sleep so that I could eat tomorrow. Okay. Oops. You color. Then a little bit of shadow right there. Yeah, look at her. She's so happy. Sleep to skip. Yeah, skip the cutscene. There. And again, with Chibi, I'm keeping the shading minimal. You know, like, not that much. Okay, and then I want the eyes to be shiny. So again, to make things shinier, look at this. I'm making it very dark. Right now she looks like a murderer, I know. Look at that, the scary look. No light in her eyes. There. Then probably add like right there. Then look at this. Maybe I'll use overlay actually. Overlay yellow. Yay. Or maybe a little bit lighter. There we go. Then I'll just make a normal layer. There we go. Now she's fine. Yay. Normal. Okay, big stretch. Okay. I'll probably add like some little highlights here and there and then I'll wrap up. Okay, so first I'll darken this a little bit more. Wow. Just like that. And then you, maybe a little bit more pink again. And then the highlights. I want there to be yellow highlights. There you go. There. And then, yay. Just to make her a little bit shinier. There. And then, like that. And then you. There you go. I'm just using a normal layer here, so I'm doing it manually. I'm not using overlay or anything. I'm just using the color picker. There. And then, oops. I'll add you. Add this color. Okay. And then add this color. But yeah, again, I guess while I'm doing this, I'll try to wrap up. So, when it comes to drawing, you know, anime faces, there's a lot of simplicity to it. But just because anime is simpler, it doesn't mean that you have to ignore the fundamentals, you know, like drawing an actual, like, lifelike face. It's still really important in my journey of, like, learning to draw. You know, like, learning all the actual anatomy and, like, kind of, like, realistic stuff really did help with me drawing anime. So, it's not very obvious at first, but yeah. I just wanted to show here, you know, like, the basics, pretty much. Like, I boiled it down to what basics you need to know so that you could start drawing like this. So here, and you. Oh, and you know what? This is what I forgot. So right here, probably like get a little split. Yay! And then you. There you go. There's our Chibi. Chibi in anime. So again, don't forget, we're not just a YouTube channel, we're also an art school, so or a school of illustration. So if you want to join me in classes, you know, learn alongside me and have me teach you stuff, you could jump in. The link right next to me, right there. Sign up for classes. And you could also become a patron or a member to get benefits like critique and recordings of those classes, you know, have access to that. And special perks on our Discord. You know, you get to be on our members chat. And we could look at your artwork together. And let me blow my nose again. So there's that. And trying to remember what else I forgot. Yeah, also just watching our streams is support enough, so thank you so much for those who went in for live streams. So this is a lot of support, and thank you so much. So we really, well, I really enjoy the interaction with everybody. So I hope you guys join the next few ones. So let's see. Let me read chat if I missed anything else. I'm a channel. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I have been going off scripts just off the top of my head. But that's it. Alright, hope this is helpful for everybody, and I'll see you next time. That's it. Bye bye. See ya, everybody.